We are pleased to bring you today's edition of the Government News Brief. It is Thursday, July 14, 2016. Welcome. In the news, 2 Guyanese judges to represent Guyana on International Network of Hague Judges, several hinterland communities to get improved access to potable water, and Guyanese are urged to use their local health facilities before heading to the Georgetown Hospital. Stay tuned as we bring you the details of these and other stories. Thank you for staying with us. I am Azim Khan. Here now are the details. 2 High Court judges have been nominated to be Guyana's representatives on the International Network of Hague Judges as the Hague Conference continues in Georgetown. More in this report.
Chief Justice Acting Madam Justice Yonit Cummins Edwards and Madam Justice Roxanne George as Hague Network judges were nominated by Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Basil Williams as part of Guyana's commitment to joining the Hague Conference on Private International Law. Addressing the large contingent of legal experts gathered for the conference, Minister Williams highlighted the benefits of the Hague Conference on Private Law for Guyana and the region.
The content and quality of the various HCCH conventions are worthy of embracing. They primarily seek to improve the everyday lives of individuals, families, and businesses by providing the legal framework that directly responds to challenges inherent in our international world. It is therefore necessary to sensitize the legal community in Guyana and extend it towards the region so that we may all embrace the spirit of cooperation that underpins the HCCH conventions.
Former Lord Justice of Appeals Sir Matthew Thurp said the next 48 hours of the conference provides an opportunity to achieve change. Sir Thurp explains.
The conference that we had a year ago in Trinidad, when I had the honor of meeting Mr. Attorney, did not actually achieve that much. It was, as it were, on the threshold, but not crossing the door. Partly because we just did not have the jurisdictions there that we needed. But here we have the jurisdictions, and that gives us the potential to achieve a breakthrough in the volume of support for the Hague Family Conventions in this region.
President David Granger, in declaring the conference open, said that the good life promised by Hague administration means respecting the rights of children, protecting them from abuse, and providing greater opportunities for them to have successful lives.
A good life can be guaranteed at different levels, at the level of the family, which has a duty to protect its children, at the level of the community, which has a duty to cooperate for the protection of children, at the level of the state, which has a duty to provide legal protection and support for their citizens everywhere, and, as we see tonight, at the level of international organization, here in the form of the Hague Conference on Private International Law, which is promoting international judicial and administrative cooperation in private law, especially international family and child protection law, civil procedures, and commercial law.
The conclusion of the conference on Friday, July 15, will see Guyana becoming a member of the Hague Convention Conference on Private International Law. Renetta LaFleur for this Government News Brief.
Guyanese across the country are being encouraged to take advantage of the decentralized healthcare services offered in the regions as referrals to the GPHC create overcrowding. Details in this report.
Overcrowding at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation is an issue which currently affects the efficient and effective delivery of healthcare services in the Accident and Emergency A&E unit of the hospital. Head of A&E, Dr. Zulfikar Bok, spoke with Gina today.
We have delivered, because of our specialist care, we have delivered improved care here, and obviously it's gone out to the public. So this is now the realization that this is the place you can come to when you have an emergency. So more and more patients are bypassing the other centers and coming here. So I would tell you on a random day you can have patients from Borbies, patients from Tilop and West Demerara, even from Timir that are bypassing the other centers and coming to GPHC.
Dr. Box, however, noted that although the hospital caters for patients from referrals from outlying areas, the main catchment area for the Georgetown Public Hospital is Region 4.
But at the same time, we have to ensure that we take care of becoming the national referral center. All the complicated cases from all the hospitals, including private hospitals in the country.
Staff are continuously being trained through the Emergency Medical System program to promote efficient health care for the growing numbers of patients, since it has been recognized that overcrowding would not be resolved overnight.
One of the challenges also has to do with how our staff in improving their efficiency of care, because if you don't know what you're doing, you'll take longer to figure it out. And if you take longer, those people outside will have to wait. And that's why we're focusing on training specialists so they can become more efficient over time.
Dr. Box is encouraging Guyanese to use the available services at the regional hospitals as a first responder before seeking medical attention at the Georgetown Public Hospital. In the meantime, the A&E will continue to offer effective healthcare services. For this Government News Brief, Shivani Rampasad reporting.
Potable water for residents in various hinterland communities will be significantly improved this year with the Guyana Water Incorporated's Water Improvement Program. Find out more in this report.
Residents of Mabaruma Region 1 are slated to receive potable water. This was disclosed by Executive Director for Infrastructure Planning and Implementation at the Guyana Water Incorporated GWI, Ramchad Jailal, in an interview with the Government Information Agency.
In Mabaruma, we're erecting a ground storage tank, and we're also installing a transmission main from the Hosororo Falls to provide service and improve service to the Mabaruma community, including Mabaruma settlement. We're also targeting the drilling of some new wells in Mabaruma under a new program.
A well will be drilled in Port Kaituma, which will supply the residents with potable water.
We also are undertaking works in Port Kaituma. We have recently tendered the project to drill a new well in Ornock, and a project has been commenced to replace deteriorated mains in Port Kaituma. The ultimate objective is to deliver safe water to the residents.
Improving water supply in Madia is also on the cards for GWI. However, Jailal says that the company has been faced with a number of challenges by miners in the community.
You know, we have been plagued with challenges where the transmission mains that comes from the Salbora Creek, it runs for several kilometers, and along that main, there are a lot of times the mains have been vandalized due to need for water for mining activities.
Additionally, a well is expected to be drilled in Lima Sands in Essequibo Region 2.
There's a shallow well that has deteriorated in the community where residents used to walk and get access to that water. And there's also there's a creek that residents access water from. But the objective of this project is to drill a well and to provide service connections to each household in Lima Sands.
The projects are part of the government's effort to ensure that everyone across the length and breadth of Guyana has access to potable water. Isaiah Braffett, Government News Brief.
The heavily subsidized Demerara Harbor Bridge has seen an increase in revenue. However, this is insufficient for the bridge's continued maintenance. Renetta LaFleur has the details.
During an interview with the Government Information Agency, General Manager of the bridge, Ralston Adams, says that the minimal increase is not enough to effectively maintain the 38-year-old bridge.
We have seen it's somewhere about a 5% increase over the last period. So the revenue has been going up, but as you know, it is still not sufficient for the maintenance of the bridge. So we continue to receive subsidy. I would want to say that unless something is done with the toll, then we will have to continue to receive subsidy from the government to maintain this bridge.
The general manager believes that an adjustment in the tolls will remedy the situation. A proposal with recommendation from the bridge management has been submitted to Cabinet for its consideration and approval for an increase. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, in an invited comment, explained that $400 million is spent annually to subsidize the bridge's operations.
I believe it's not a simple question to say government increases the toll on Demerara Harbor Bridge. Right now for a vehicle, I understand a car is $100. And therefore increasing it to $200, let's say, you'll hear the shout that bridge increased by 100%. Now it's not a percent. The question is that you need to place on the table that unless you have a cost recovery, you will not be able to maintain this bridge or any other bridge.
From 2010 to 2015, the Demerara Harbor Bridge received approximately $2.5 billion in government subsidy. The 2016 budget provided over $150 million for its maintenance. Shanti Goberdan with this government news brief.
Over 180 youths are now in a better position to aid in their community's development. Paul McAdam has the details.
Corriverton Mayor Ganesh Gangaling was among parents and well-wishers witnessing the graduation of 182 youths and young adults at the 3rd National Youth Empowerment Training Project at the Upper Quarantine Industrial Training Center. Mayor Gangaling says that for too long there has been a shortage of skilled labor.
For too long now, right? Our businesses have been complaining, especially the ones in the agri-sector, about the unavailability of persons to fix these sophisticated machines and so that are entering the agriculture sector. Of course, Berbice is heavily agriculturally dependent. We depend on agriculture a lot, and with the advent of these high-powered and more advanced technology and equipment, there always been a complaint of how are they going to be serviced and so forth.
The mayor, who describes himself as a patriot and businessman, notes that in many cases, business owners and agricultural producers have to rely on skilled persons from outside the community to service their equipment.
Now, I'm very pleased that this training, right, will provide here the skills personnel to actually go on the spot to fix these machinery. Of course, the trainees would have to develop themselves a little bit more, but that will mean reduced downtime for us here and increased productivity. Every mayor or every leader wants to see that, because it means that we'll drive the industry faster and more economically beneficial for everybody.
He reiterates that the training program, which is being conducted across Guyana, is welcomed by all.
I hope we can see an increased participation. We've encouraged persons out there to come out and to join the program.
The 6-month course targeted a number of persons in vulnerable groups such as school dropouts, hinterland youths, those from depressed communities, and differently abled. Training was conducted in engineering, building construction, health services, home economics, and forestry. Courses began October 2015 and ended in the last week of April 2016. From the Upper Quarantine Industrial Training Center, I am Paul McAdam.
That concludes today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. We encourage you to stay updated and subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. All government and other information can be accessed from GINA's website. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you another edition of this, the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.